We are live from Seven Bridges Ice Arena in Woodridge, Illinois for the CCHL Game of the Week presented by J&M Media. It is the home team Bennett Red Wings hosting the St. Ignatius Wolfpack. Hello everybody, I am Chris Dubiel, and alongside Max Anderson, who is actually down at rink level right now, we're going to tee up this matchup between the undefeated Wolfpack and the Bennett Red Wings, who are in their tail at 7-4-1, trying to chase them down and pick up a big win on home ice tonight. We will throw it down to the bench where Max is alongside Bennett assistant coach Andrew Schlief.
Thank you very much, Chris. I'm here with Andrew Schlief. Andrew, last time we had you guys on the network, big rivalry game against Providence. You guys were down 3-0 entering third period. Young team, found 2 goals, almost found a way to tie that game. What are you looking for out of a young team that leads to effort to get it started early?
We hope that they recognize the effort in the third period is what we need every shift, and that's what we're building on with young guys. I think they can turn it on and off, and we're looking for the seniors to show them the way, right? Like, do it every shift.
Last guys played Ignatius. You had up 2 power play goals, short-handed goal, ended up losing 5-1. How do you stay out of those situations, make them beat you 5-on-5?
I mean, we have to make better decisions. A lot of those penalties were selfish, and we're learning how to not take those anymore, and a lot of that comes down to attitude and choices. I hope we make better choices.
Great. Thank you so much. Good luck, Andrew. Chris?
Thanks, Max. It seems to be a theme with a lot of teams is just staying out of the box and avoiding those special team situations. You talk to almost any coach in high school hockey, and they want to play the game at 5-on-5 and just stay away from, just having to kill penalties.
Yeah, especially with a young team learning, right, Chris? You've got 10 sophomores, and 9 sophomores, 1 freshman dressing for Bennett. Young teams, the thing you got to learn early is staying out of those situations. You got to keep moving your feet. And that's something I know I've talked off air with this Bennett coaching staff, is getting these guys to grow up throughout the season. That's what they're excited about. They feel like as they head into the stretch run, the second half of the season, they can make some big progress with a young team.
Yeah, we are now reaching that. I wouldn't say exactly the midpoint of the season, but we're a good couple months in now where these kids are starting to figure out what the league is all about. Obviously, you have your experienced players, your juniors, your seniors, but for the sophomores, just getting into the rhythm of the season and learning the league is just so big for these guys.
And it's a grind, right? I mean, they play a lot of games throughout the season. You mentioned at the top their CCHL record. They play a lot of tournaments outside the CCHL.
Oh, yeah.
They'll go up north and play the teams out of the SHL and play a couple more games there. So part of it is learning the grind of a varsity hockey season in the CCHL.
No doubt about it. And both of these teams are actually coming off of play in the Loyola Thanksgiving tournament. It seems like this time of the year, you get around the holidays, there's a lot of tournament hockey mixed in with the league play. Bennett coming off of a tough one against Loyola Gold. They lost on Saturday, a 5-zip score, and St. Ignatius actually played in the O'Grady Cup championship game where they fell to New Trier Green 7-3. So both of these teams looking to bounce back and get back into the win column.
And for Ignatius, it was a really interesting game on a couple different fronts. They got out to a 6-1 deficit entering the third period. They're down 6-0 at one point. Battled back 6-3 with about 10 minutes left. All of a sudden, New Trier had to kind of steady themselves and focus on the end of that game. But the biggest outcome of that game is 2 huge players that are not playing tonight, in Jack Reiner and Corbin Klein. Corbin Klein going to miss a little bit of time with an injury. Of course, Reiner serving his 1-game suspension for that game misconduct. That's 2 of the top players for this Ignatius side. And on the Bennett's going to knock off this Ignatius team, give them their first loss. Those are 2 huge pieces missing for the back.
No doubt about it. And anybody saw that game on Sunday, everybody hoping that Corbin Klein's going to be all right after that injury. Never want to see anything like that.
Yeah, they're optimistic that it won't be season-ending. They're still waiting to get some results back and all the rest, so we're hoping we'll see Corbin Klein, one of the top players in the state, no question about it, and his absence in the lineup, a huge miss, and it'll be interesting to see who picks up the slack. Guys like Ventura, guys like Reef, some of the veteran presence, Peralt, you see out here on the starting line. It's going to be interesting to see who can step up for this team in his absence.
The teams are lining up at center ice. It is the 12-0 in the Catholic League Wolfpack in white Red Wings, the home team in red, they win the draw. I mentioned at the top, they are 7-4-1 in league play coming into this game in third place in the Catholic League. Looking to knock off the Wolfpack for the first time in the CCHL. Here come the Red Wings, but a puck is knocked away. Now they'll enter the zone. DeWilkins had a hat trick against St. Rita a couple of weeks ago. His shot gets blocked away. Back the other way they go. Perot over the line and offside.
Chris, one of the things you always have to mention when we're here at Seven Bridges is we're playing on a little bit different rink. This is an Olympic rink. It's a little bit wider. And you always talk about the adjustment you have to make. For Bennett, for so many years, this wider rink with their speed and skill was an advantage against pretty much everyone they played. Ignatius might have more team speed. First time I feel like I can say that following the CCHL.
It's definitely a big factor. Most of the rinks are going to be 200 by 85, that standard North American NHL size, but not this one. And I can attest from having skated on this ice for some adult league games, it's a little bit of a trip to go to the corner to go get the puck.
Yeah, coaches talk about the adjustment for visiting team like Ignatius. It takes a half a period to kind of get your bearings. You're so used to having landmarks. It does take a little bit of time to find your mark.
Now a turnover at neutral ice. Pacheco brings it in, pulls up at the circle, finds the trailer. The shot, stick save is made by Ethan Laughlin, the starter for St. Ignatius. A centering pass and a good stick lift by the Wolfpack. Puck is held in. Long shot into the pads. And I don't think Laughlin saw that cleanly. There was a lot of traffic in front, but he was able to gobble it up.
Yeah, good positioning there from Laughlin. He's coming off his worst game of the season. Obviously, it was a fifth game in 3 days. It was part of that Thanksgiving tournament. Gave a bunch of goals in that championship game. But he has been the best goaltender in the CCHL. 1.09 goals against average on the season. By far leading the league with anyone that has more than 3 starts.
Off the draw, Ignatius wins it, and they're able to chip it out. Laughlin 9 for 9 in his CCHL starts, so he's looking to keep that going. That'd be a nice bounce back for him after that game against New Trier.
And New Trier's done that to a lot of teams. They're going to do that to some more teams throughout the season. They look like they're going to be the standard of the state right now.
Battle in the corner. Christensen's bumped off the puck, sent up the boards, held in at the point. Good hustle play there by Caulfield to keep it in. Now a centering pass, turnaround shot, gobbled up by Laughlin, who makes a good save coming out near the top of his crease.
And Chris, those are the kind of chances you're going to get on this little bit bigger size rink. For Bennett, there's a little bit more space, obviously all over the ice, but specifically in the slot, you saw a good amount of space there. Turnaround shot, just got to knock right in on the chest of Laughlin.
There'll be another face-off to the goaltender's right. Oh, it off the draw, just went wide of the far post. But the Wolfpack corral it. They go D-to-D. Perot up the ice. It's chipped to the line. A bouncing puck. That puck might have been in the linesman's pocket for a little bit. That thing is bouncing everywhere. Hasn't quite frozen up yet. Now Ignatius gets control. They'll chip and chase. Following it is Kosmala. Centered it. That went off the stick, then bounced wide on the redirect.
Janice had to make a couple of big, quick saves there to keep this game scoreless.
One-timer was sizzled wide. Red Wings get the puck, and they'll clear it out to center. The pass missed the intended target, and it's going to go for an icing. They were looking for Charlie Terza, but the pass didn't connect.
Might see more of that, too, on this bigger sheet of ice. Might see more icings than you otherwise would in a Catholic League game. Just more space, a little bit more space to defend. And obviously a bigger sheet of ice, more likely to miss a stick or two on a stretch pass.
Face-off will be to the left of the Bennett goaltender, William Janis. Face-off won by the Red Wings. Put up the boards, it's kept in. Backhander is steered aside by Janis. Ignatius trying to get possession established in the offensive zone. It's put up the boards, held in at the line. A good keep there by Moynihan. Now at the far end of the rink, Bennett trying to take the puck away. Good forechecking pressure here by the Wolfpack on this shift, but Bennett able to get it out. With some speed into the zone come the Red Wings. Knocked down and pushed off of the puck was Dusek. Back the other way. Wolfpack tried to make their way through the neutral zone. It's taken away by DeWilkins, but he couldn't get by the reaching stick. Now the Red Wings get it back. That man pass got deflected on its way to DeWilkins. He has to scoop it off the boards and dump it in, and he'll go for a change. 4 minutes gone by here in the first period. No score between Bennett and St. Ignatius here in the game of the week, the Catholic League game of the week. Collision there with Hoover finding his man. Perot is kind of in a compromised position getting that pass, but he's able to pop right back up. Wolfpack still trying to clear their zone. O'Neill coming over to play the puck, bumped off of it. O'Neill chips it down low. It's reversed far side. Put up the boards and out. Racing after it, Hoover makes a long pass up the ice, but that missed his man. It's going to go for an icing against the Bennett Red Wings.
Bennett's best scoring chance thus far came as Dusek looked like he might have had a step on the defense, got taken down. The Bennett bench wanted a penalty, maybe a cross check. They didn't get it there early, but good opportunity to get some space. That's going to be the key. They certainly feel like they can match up pretty well, but Ignatius undefeated for a reason thus far.
Had a good look at that play, actually, and the Ignatius defender did a good job of using the arms to knock Dusek down and not the stick.
That's what it looked like from my perspective, too.
Long shot into the pads of Janis. He holds.
Will Janis having a nice season, obviously a little bit more in terms of giving up goals, but for a young team, we talked about it at the top, 10 underclassmen, sophomores and freshmen. Will Janis is the senior rock in net. We talked about that during the rivalry series game a couple of weeks ago, what he means to this team and really steadying them as a defensive presence.
You can see he's got a letter on that sweater. That's visual proof that he means a lot to that team. Broken stick for Quinlan. He had to go to the bench for a new one. Bennett finally able to get the puck back. They move through center. Long shot, steered away with the stick.
Seeing the physical presence starting to pick up both sides.
Put up the boards. Caulfield kept it in, centered it. The deflection never got to the goal. And back the other way come the Wolfpack. Could have a 3-on-2. They cut into the zone. It's dropped back, but then the puck jumped off of the stick of DJ Fensel. And that allowed Bennett to clear the zone and get a dump and change. Pass through center. Finds a man. Here's a shot. And that was blocked away. Good stick-on-stick defense there by Caulfield. Nice move there by Kosmala to get some space and allow his team to get into the offensive zone. Back to the point. Kosmala, long wrister. That one was blocked. Looked like it went off the shin pad of Hoover. He gets to the puck, and he'll flip it down the ice. And it will not go far enough for icing, so out to play it is Laughlin.
The first time these two teams scored, it was only a 1-0 game at the end of one. It was a big second period from Ignatius all over the special teams. So good start so far for Bennett.
Dusek fires, saved. The puck was free for a moment, but then able to track it down. Laughlin. DeWilkins is lurking right at the top of the blue paint. And alertly, Laughlin got on top of that puck.
This is going to be, I believe, the third or fourth time now we've gotten to see the St. Ignatius team, seen Ethan Laughlin every time. Rebounds like that we haven't seen, right? He's been very, very good in net. There's a reason he's number one goaltender in CCHL. That's a pretty uncharacteristic rebound he just gave up there. DeWilkins was on the doorstep waiting for it.
Got a little help from his defense there as Kosmala put a shoulder into DeWilkins, who was reaching for that loose puck. No harm done there for the Wolfpack. Puck nearly turned over, but some good puck support there.
Jimmy Gracie getting a little bit loose in front of his own net. Almost created a chance for Bennett.
Now the Wolfpack have it in the offensive zone. Big hit there. Hoover took his man off the puck. Then a collision in the corner. We're going to have a penalty as some Pushing and shoving was exchanged. It's a delayed call. This is going to go against the Wolfpack as they touch up and the whistle sounds.
So that's Simon Moynihan that gets the whistle. Well, it's going to be a 2 and a 10. Oh, excuse me, 2 penalties here. Happened at the same time, a rough and a slash. Ignatius bench can't believe it.
So we're about halfway through the first period, and we've already got a key moment in this hockey game, a 5-on-3 it looks like. Yep, 5-on-3 power play coming up here for the Red Wings on their home ice. And that all started with a big hit by Hoover. It was a clean hit. St. Ignatius did not like it. It was a retaliatory penalty. At least the rough was. And now they're shorthanded, but a face-off win right off the draw. They're able to clear the puck all the way down the ice. That was a great play by Charlie Reif.
Interesting to watch here. We don't have power plays up on the board. I think we started about 9:40.
That shot whistled high, caught the glass. Quinlan comes to get it, dropped it back to the point. Hoover. He'll go across at the circle. The puck bounced away from Hudson Schlee, and then Schlee tripped his man, and that's going to put even more room on the ice. 4-on-3 on Olympic ice with Schlee going to the box for the trip.
What a great effort. I believe that was Cam Kosmala there of 5-on-3. He drawing the penalty on Schlee, who's heading to the box now, but that's a big-time play there.
Penalty killing is a lot about smarts and a lot about effort, and we definitely saw the effort there. And thanks to that play, the work is a little bit, the load of the PK is a little bit lightened. You go from a 5-on-3 to a 4-on-3 situation now, and the draw comes back down into the Bennett zone. Lots of room out there. Obviously, we've mentioned it multiple times. We're on Olympic ice.
And Chris, I'm not sure if there's a malfunction with the guest side of the scoreboard, but they're not putting it up for some reason. 9:43 is when the 2 penalties happened, so they're only about 30 seconds through on their penalty kill, Ignatius.
Yeah, so we're going to have some extended time on this 4-on-3. Bennett controls off that face-off. Everybody getting spread out as the Red Wings move the puck up ice. They gain the zone. In behind the net, a good stick there and a clear by Dunlay. Used that reach perfectly. Cross-ice pass. Bennett methodically moving up the ice, using that full width. Here's a shot. That one was blocked. DeWilkins trying to put it on goal. Now it's held at the line. Heller, shot, stick save, and the puck is deflected into the netting and out of play.
Dunlay and Hollowek were tied up behind the goal, and Ignatius bench is really getting frustrated with the officiating crew right now. I feel like the 2 penalties first didn't make a lot of sense to them, and one of their defenders there getting pinned against the ice.
Yeah, it hasn't taken very long in this hockey game for there to be a little bit of extracurricular activity and a little pushing and shoving. So these kids are definitely ready to play, and they're engaged in this game.
And you better believe Bennett's been the big kid on the block in the CCHL for a long time now. Obviously, Ignatius winning the Kennedy Cup last year.
Long wrister sails wide off the stick of Charlie Reif.
Winning the Kennedy Cup last year, now undefeated here through 12 games. I feel like there's a change in the guard. This game means a lot to Ignatius, more than you would think.
Slap shot is blocked. Yeah, St. Ignatius, they want to run the table. A team has not done that in a very long time, if ever, in this league. Long shot is deflected wide. Rebound chance is put towards the goal, and Laughlin able to get on top of that puck.
4 seconds left here on the 4-on-3.
And 7:47 left on the clock here in the first period. Zeros where it counts. No one has found the back of the net just yet. Offensive zone draw here for Bennett with a little bit of time left on this 4-on-3. A 50-50 puck, and it's knocked out of the zone. Good job on the PK by St. Ignatius. Now we get to 4-on-4. 5-on-4. Here's a shot tipped, and they score! Quinlan just put it on goal. It might have hit a stick or a skate, and it's in the back of the net. And Bennett has a 1-0 lead.
I've never seen Laughlin that animated. He is furious after that goal, and it looked like he might have been furious at his own teammate. Chris, you're going to look at the replay up there. Did it hit someone in front?
Yeah, oh yeah, that went right off the defenseman. And I've been in that situation. Jack Perot tried to block it with his stick, and he redirected it on Laughlin. Laughlin, you have to imagine, was tracking that puck all the way and had that no problem. It was a low shot, but you hear a lot of people say there's no such thing as a bad shot. That can be debated, but in that situation, a seemingly harmless puck on net ends up.
It's been a little bit hard to track, but that ends up being a shorthanded goal there for Bennett too.
That is those 2 minor penalties
that just expired.
Yes, it's a big goal there for Bennett. Now we're back to 5-on-5. As St. Ignatius tries to answer back after the goal by Quinlan. Turnaround shot that is picked off in the middle of the ice by Karras, who cleared it down. Now a turnover. The puck jumped away. Schlee with a shot, and it's blockered away. Laughlin made a good save. Schlee trying to go short side. We got some more pushing and shoving in the corners and in behind the net. Laughlin even got a shot in there. No love lost between these two teams. Here's a chance for Bennett. Centering pass shot. Oh, what a save made by Laughlin. Puck is still loose and then batted away. Perot made a good clear.
Laughlin super aggressive out of his crease there. Almost got caught too far out in front.
He came out to meet that puck. We got a delayed call against Bennett. St. Ignatius still controlled. Laughlin heading to the bench for his 6th attacker. Long shot, missed the goal. The Wolfpack are going to get to it, and they send it down the ice. It's rolling towards the empty net, not going to have the angle.
That was about as close as I've ever seen,
for
Chris.
a second there, I thought they were going to put it in their own net. But it went just wide, and now Bennett touches up. The whistle sounds. We're going to have the penalty.
I think that's the closest I've ever seen, Chris, in terms of a pure own goal with the with the extra skater on the ice.
I have not seen it in a high school game, surprisingly. I've seen a couple of those happen in the pros, just watching NHL or AHL where teams moving the puck around and they clear it out and they forget that there's nobody back there. But bullet dodge there for the Wolfpack, and now they get to go to the man advantage. Face-off is won by the Wolfpack. Puck to the line. They move it around the perimeter. Now a centering pass tipped just wide of the goal.
Just a little bit out of the reach there of Haynes. He wasn't able to get much on it. It was just a little bit far out of his reach.
Now a pass to the point jumped away from Moynihan, so they had to get reset. Now a turnover chance for Bennett here, and unable to get the shot away was Dusek, and then he was knocked off of the puck. And that shoulder check might have caught Dusek up high a little bit. He's a bit shaken up, but he's quick to get back to his skates and head back to the bench.
Yeah, he took a little bit of a high hit. He's coming back to the bench. A little bit frustrated, thought it should have been a penalty for the high hit.
That was one of those situations where the defenseman is coming and just trying to separate the man from the puck. Dusek is reaching in, trying to make a play. So that was definitely not any intent there as far as I could see. Just one of those tough plays where both guys are just trying to make a play. Now the Wolfpack get back into the zone. They got a minute left on the power play. Looking to tie this game. Clearing attempt is held in. Nice spin move made there. But then puck taken away and cleared down the rink by Hoover.
Not very much movement right now on the Ignatius penalty. They're on the power play, I should say. They've got a short chance there at the end of that penalty exchange, but so far have not been able to set up anything offensively on this power play.
Long pass skipped off of the blade of Tiernan Ryan and went all the way down on goal, where it was covered up and held by Janis. 35 seconds left on this man advantage. St. Ignatius still looking to get something going, get a better scoring chance than the little bit that they've had so far. They get another face-off win, though. They set up on the right wing boards. Cross-ice pass is picked off by Pacheco. He'll dump it down the ice. Wolfpack get it back. Up the boards, another turnover, but quick to regain possession is Kosmala. Kosmala headmans the puck. A sidestep. Now the puck rolls in behind the Bennett cage. Wolfpack trying to work a cycle. Good defensive effort in the middle of the ice by Bennett. They did not allow much, and they get back to full strength.
Yeah, left defenseman was going for a change. They didn't have the numbers they thought they had in the offensive zone. It kind of just threw off the whole rhythm of that offensive zone rush for the Wolfpack.
About 3.5 minutes to go here in the first. Bennett on the Quinlan goal, lead at 1-0. Now the Wolfpack could have a chance here. They move in. Stopping at the circle was Lannon. He's checked and tried to send it across, but unable to connect. Dunley moves the puck up ice. Fensel now shoots, and a save. Puck was loose momentarily, but able to cover that up was Janis.
I'm not sure how well the camera was able to catch that, but Janis went down to the butterfly, started to work his legs to get stand up because that puck was going to be high at the top of the net, maybe even just over, and it deflected back down. Stay down and keep that out. Much more impressive save than I think maybe you could tell on that initial call.
We just got a really good look at it on the replay, and yeah, there was definitely some funky action to that puck, and you could see in slow motion Janis had to adjust his read and his positioning to make that save. So, to your point, definitely an impressive stop.
That's the key, though. That's been the Bennett. When they've been good, it's been Janis backing up this team in net and been one of the best goalies. He's really been the backstop for them.
And they're playing with a lead right now. Loose puck on the boards. Bennett a little aggressive. They went offside, so they got to regroup. It's Quinlan trying to stay with it. Whacks at the puck. It's recovered there by Steinloff, but now a turnover. Christensen trying to get to the goal, but good recovery there by the Wolfpack, because they've been quick to swarm the middle of the ice whenever Bennett's trying to make a play. Final 2 minutes to go here in the first. Red Wings still lead 1-0. Perreault looking up ice. Connects on a stretch pass. Here's Ventura trying to slip it through a couple of skates, and he's finally knocked off the puck. Red Wings come back the other way. Long shot to Wilkins. It's right into the glove of Laughlin. DeWilkins didn't really have options there as he was coming in 1 against 3, so sometimes you just got to fire that thing on net.
Yeah, no shot on net's a bad shot on net, right, as the old saying goes. But so far in this first period, Bennett really toe-to-toe with this Ignatius team. We're certainly seeing the effects, I'm sure, a little bit on the Wolfpack side of no Corbin Klein and no Jack Reiner, but Bennett taking advantage here on their home ice here.
Puck is paddled away by Laughlin, and now the Wolfpack come back the other way. Here's a shot. That's blocked away. Off the carom. It was held in there by Kosmala. Red Wings get it. Put it up the boards. Not out of the zone. Good keep there. Now Bennett able to recover the puck. Dusick ahead for DeWilkins. Able to bounce off a check and maintain possession. Centering pass. Here's the shot. And that one was deflected away. Might have been blocked in front. Now another bouncing puck. Backhanded just wide on the bid from Hudson Schlee.
Schlee, 9 goals on the CCHL season. He isn't usually missing the slot like
Schlee
that.
walks in. Backhand pass. Pacheco's shot is blocked. and it's cleared all the way down. We're going to have a penalty here with 48 seconds left to go in the first, a tripping call. And who's the guilty party? It looks like it's Schlee going to the box. No, this is on Ignatius.
I actually was starting to look down ice, so I didn't see the play at all. It was back to our right, my right, your left.
Jimmy Gracie is going to sit 2 minutes for tripping. So another power play here for the Red Wings. They had an abbreviated power play thanks to the minor that they took after that short 5-on-3 time. They win the draw. Hoover, one-timer, didn't get all of it, and then it's taken away. Perreault's going to take it himself, skating up the ice. He gains the zone. Tried a drag move, and then it's taken away by Bennett.
Man rush away. Here we go.
We got a 2-on-1 developing. Here they come. The shot, blocker save. Rebound to the slot. Corralled by Christensen. He's bumped off the puck, but Bennett has good support. 15 seconds left in the period, but now it's taken away and carried out of the zone by Chinland. Chinland trying to sidestep a defenseman, but Hoover denied him. Puck in behind the Bennett net, pops loose to the slot, and diving on top of that one was Janis.
Yeah, awkward bounce there off the boards, but the 2-on-1 chance. Sure, you're going to get a chance to replay here. They had it from almost center ice on in. Ended up being a pretty good save. I thought would have been better off with a pass across there, Chris. I'm not sure what the replay shows.
Defenseman for St. Ignatius did a pretty good job of staying in that passing lane. I think for Bennett to have been able to execute a pass, they would have had to make a move or a hard stop to get that pass across, but just in motion, in the way that play was developing, the shot almost turned into the better option. That'll do it for the first period. Bennett has the only goal, a fluky play, a harmless-looking shot from Dan Quinlan, went off a defenseman and past Laughlin. For the only goal of the game, Bennett leads this one 1-0 at the end of 17 minutes. For the Chicago Catholic Hockey League Game of the Week, Bennett hosting St. Ignatius here at Seven Bridges.
Bennett very happy with that first period. They like the aggressiveness, like the positioning throughout the period. Didn't really give up much to Ignatius offensively there. They wanted to stay aggressive. That was a big message. They're in good position after one. Stay aggressive.
Red Wings win the draw. They've got about a minute left of power play time as we resume play here in the second period. Schlee passes to his right. DeWilkins trying to settle a bouncing puck. Now we got a scrum at the near boards. Pops free to Schlee. He walks and shoots, and that was blocked. He'll follow it to the far boards and then put it down low for his teammate Quinlan. At the point, the puck jumped away from Schlee, so the Red Wings will have to regroup in the neutral zone.
Good look at that. That just hit a little chip of ice and skipped right over his stick. Bad break for the Red Wings.
Now centering pass, that got deflected. Comes to the right wing boards. Collision there. Puck is still loose in the corner. As a lot of red and white sweaters converge on it. Now a centering pass. Missed the target. Hoover holds it in at the point.
Oh, we got the late penalty here.
Left circle. He walks in. Forced in behind the net. Going to be some extended power play time here for Bennett as the goalie comes off. It is now 6-on-5 as the Ignatius minor has expired, but a delayed call coming up. Schlee across. Here's the shot. Pacheco missed the net. And finally, the Wolfpack touch up. They're going to spend some more time shorthanded.
It's a hooking call. I didn't see it. I'll be honest, Chris. I'm not sure if you did. Less than pleased reaction from the Ignatius bench.
Now, it was one of those, it looked like a really quick one. And those are just a killer when you get caught on those. Like, sometimes you think you can get away with the quick little hook right around the arms, right around the leg. Just try to slow the guy down, but
also, but at this point in the game, though, it's been called pretty tightly. You got to know you can't get away with that in a game like this, right?
That's true.
We're into the second period here. It's been I think several. I don't want to call them ticky-tacky, but certainly not the toughest penalties. Got to know you can't get away with that here.
Referees definitely don't want to lose control of this game. There's been plenty of jawing and pushing and shoving. They don't want to get it too much. They don't want to let it get too far out of hand.
That could have been a cross-check there. The Ignatius bench wanted it.
This allows Bennett to keep possession in the zone as they play catch. Pacheco left circle, back across, pass bounce, rebound chance, poked on goal, and a huge save is made by Laughlin.
And that was good movement by Bennett there. They got the puck in the slot. That was an unbelievable save by Laughlin.
Red Wings still have possession of the puck. Hoover looking to center. That pass is blocked, and Ignatius is going to get it out. Could have a chance going the other way, shorthanded. Around the check, the pass across, the shot, score! A shorthanded goal. It's Charlie Reef depositing it to the back of the net, and we're tied at 1.
You don't say this very often. 2 goals, one on the side, both shorthanded here. 2 minutes into the second period. Beautifully played across. And Charlie Reef is one of those guys, in the absence of Corbin Klein. This Ignatius team really looking to step up. He gets the game's first goal for the Wolfpack.
Yeah, that all started with a beautiful play in the defensive zone by Ryan. Tiernan Ryan made the play, blocked the pass, created the turnover, sidestepped the defenseman coming back on the 2-on-1, and made the nice feed, and Reef was able to find the back of the net with a no-doubt shot, just burying it. And the shorty has us all squared away, 1-1. Still 55 seconds left on the power play here for Bennett. They'll try to answer back. But now the Wolfpack regain possession of the puck and dump it into the Bennett zone. Loose puck will be chased down by Ethan Heller. Put it ahead for Quinlan. He's quickly surrounded by a couple of white sweaters. Flipped off the glass. Heller kneeling holds it in. Then he's hit hard.
It's going to be a hand pass if they play it.
It must have been touched by St. Ignatius because Bennett gets the puck back. And we play on. Here's DeWilkins. Walks, shoots, and soaked up by Laughlin. He gives no rebound.
Yeah, those kind of wrist shots aren't going to beat Laughlin. We've seen Bennett have really good success around the goal when they've created traffic in front of Laughlin. Laughlin's as good as anybody in the state when it comes to just wrist shots from 40 or 50 feet out. The traffic Bennett's been able to get in front is the recipe for them.
And he looks really confident on that particular stop as well. Just tracking that all the way.
Laughlin's not going to give up many rebounds. Like I said, third or fourth time we've seen him. He's very solid in that department.
Here's a chance for Ignatius. Oh, the slap pass was behind the intended target. That was Hollop going to the net. But the Wolfpack keep possession in the offensive zone. Good stick there by Hoover. Blocked it, but Wolfpack still have it in the O zone. Ventura, Shields. Gets some help from Steinloff. Nice touch pass. Ventura trying to dangle and get away from the defense. Still has the puck. Spins off a check, but then it's knocked away. Hallwick, but then he turned it over. Steinloff with the puck. He'll chip it in deep. Return pass was bouncing, and it's played off the glass and out of the zone. A loose puck chased after. Could be a chance for Bennett. Here's a shot. Pad save is made by Laughlin, and then crashing into the net is Terza. He was going full speed for that loose puck and lost control and just went tumbling into the cage.
Straight up foot race to try to catch that puck. Really good back check by Moynihan to slow him down enough to give Laughlin a relatively easy save at the end of the day, but Bennett almost had a breakaway there.
That was clutch there for Laughlin. We've seen him make a couple of good saves now. He has not let that, as angry as he was for giving up a goal and a deflection off of his own teammate, it doesn't look like he's let that affect him too much.
No, he's very solid in net, very even keel. That's why I said when he was as emotional as he was after that first goal, it's the first time I'd seen anything like that out of him.
Puck rolls to the crease, covered up by Laughlin. About 5 minutes into this second period, 1-1 the score. It is Reef with a shorty for St. Ignatius tying the score here in the second period. And it's actually a couple of shorties, as Quinlan's was technically a shorthanded goal in the first. Off the draw, long shot, missed the goal.
Good traffic in front, though. O'Neill really parked in front. Laughlin, I don't think, saw it till the puck was past him.
Cross ice pass. The feed comes back and put in deep by Heller. But now taken away by the Wolfpack. They try to move it off the boards, but it's picked off. A lot of battles for the puck along the boards. It's been some territorial hockey between these two teams.
Some good stick work there at his own blue line by Jack Eber as well. Or else Bennett almost had a 2-on-1.
There's Jack Perot. He's bumped off the puck by Heller, and that allows Bennett to clear the zone.
2-on-1.
Could be a chance here. Walk it in, a cross ice pass. O'Neill was trying to find Pacheco, but it was a little bit behind him.
I'm not really sure where Pacheco was looking. We're going to get another penalty here against Ignatius. It was down to my left, didn't get a chance to see it.
They're not too thrilled with this as they flip the puck down the ice. This is going to be the third straight shorthanded situation in this period for the Wolfpack. The referees are talking this over. We're gonna see what the call is.
It's Max, a 2 and a 10. So
oh wow,
Eber's gonna miss pretty much the rest of this period. They got to get a second guy here in the box.
And Jack Eber in the box. It's a tough situation because not only are you shorthanded, you lose a guy for what amounts to basically a period. There's 11:28 left here in the second. You're not going to get Eber back until late in the period. And off the draw, it goes into the Ignatius corner on the right wing side. Battle for the puck, and the Wolfpack able to clear all the way down. Here's Christensen, long pass up ice, deflects to the skates of Dusick, but taken away. Perot trying to move in. 1 against 3, trying to split the defense with Tiernan Ryan. Almost did it until Red Wings were able to steal it back. O'Neill over the line, dropped it back. Long shot from Hoover is blocked. Loose puck in the slot is cleared by the Wolfpack.
Really good penalty kill here from Tiernan Ryan on both ends here in the offensive zone. Now they have 2-0.
Here's another short-handed chance. The pass across, the shot. Oh, what a save. I'm not sure if that was going to get on goal, but it looked like Janis got a piece of it.
It was almost a 3-0 there.
And back the other way comes Bennett. Here's the shot. Glove save made by Laughlin.
I don't know that I've ever seen a game where the first 2 goals both shorthanded. We almost had the third goal shorthanded.
Oh, man. Janis, we just got to look at the replay on the shorthanded chance for Ignatius. The push, post to post by Janice. Impressive. Full desperation, able to get across this crease.
They always say your best penalty killer is usually your goaltender. You usually don't feel like that on the power play.
Right. Long wrister into the chest protector. No rebound given. Ethan Laughlin really settling into this game nicely.
Yeah, these are two of the best in the CCHL, arguably the two best. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw either of these guys in the All-Star game at the end of this month over at All-State.
Yeah, it's coming up on the 30th. That'll be a fun day. CCHL, SHL All-Star game from All-State Arena.
Chris, you'll be on the call for that as well.
That'll be a fun one. Looking forward to it. Here come the Red Wings up ice. They deflected into the zone. Laughlin out to play the puck. Thought better of it as more bodies started to close in. He'll just cover it up.
It's been an interesting game so far. We've played better than half this game so far has been played on the special teams for both sides. The game hasn't found a lot of just regular 5-on-5 rhythm halfway through the second period.
Yeah, not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of flow. You have to imagine there's going to be some, hey, guys, we really need to settle down with the penalties from both coaches.
And I think the lack of rhythm.
Oh, deflected shot, they score! Another funky one, finds the back of the net, and the Red Wings take the lead again.
Just before the end of the power play, took a crazy bounce. I'm sure you're getting a look at it there, and just popped over the shoulder of Laughlin from this angle. Might have been friendly fire.
As Schlee takes the shot, oh yeah. St. Ignatius, two separate occasions now trying to block a shot, and it ends up harming them instead of helping, and it finds the back of the net. And just looking at Ethan Laughlin, he's just like, come on, guys, really?
That's your classic. You can't just look at the box score in terms of what happened in the game, because neither of these goals remotely Laughlin's fault.
So 2-1 the score. Bennett has the lead on the goal that should be Hudson Schlee's 10th of the season. He leads the team in goal scoring. And for him, he doesn't care how that one went in. He just cares that it's on the score sheet. Long shot, Perot, pad save. Rebound comes free. Ignatius gets it back. Centering pass, blocked away. Good read there by Karras. Flip to the line. O'Neill able to help that one out of the zone.
O'Neill almost sprung a breakaway there. Perot alertly got his hand down, I think, to make sure that didn't happen.
Now he's under pressure in his own zone, Jack Perot. Put it up ahead to a teammate, and they can start it the other way. Reef around one, and the Wolfpack went offside. I'm sorry that I said Reef. That was Andrew Lannon that made the nice move.
Yeah, Lannon will dangle around Alex Karras, who got caught a little bit flat-footed there. That's why your coaches will always tell you, don't stop your feet as you're back skating. Lannon made him look kind of silly.
Footwork is just so important in this sport. I mean, year after year, you just see the athleticism and the skating ability for the average hockey player has just gone up so much.
Yeah, just in the 5 or 6 years I've followed high school hockey, it's improved significantly.
Loose puck at center. Able to get tracked down by Kosmala, but then he lost it. Long wrister. That one catches the glass. Now a loose puck taken away by the Wolfpack. Another odd man chance developing. Here's Ventura with a shot. Pad save is made by Janis.
Hoover doing just enough to disrupt the timing there. Here's Schlee.
Hudson Schlee cutting in. The move, the backhand, he scores! Hudson Schlee with his second of the game. And it's 3-1 Bennett.
I think we got a new goal that Jimmy can add to the highlight package for the intro. That is otherworldly there by Hudson Schlee. Just froze Laughlin.
The puck bounced out to center ice, and Schlee won the race, got to it. Oh, cutting in. Forehand, backhand, just tucked it by the pad. We get a good look at it here. Oh, that's Not much Ethan Laughlin could have done on that one. He had the pads fully extended, and somehow Schlee was still able to find the opening and put in the back of the net.
Yeah, when you give up a 100-foot breakaway, you hope and pray your goaltender can come up with something, but not there.
Wolfpack go back to work in the offensive zone. Long shot deflects, hits the top of the glass. Not out of the zone. Puck's popped free to the front. A shot on net. It rolls to the line, and it's in. The referee is pointing at the back of the net, and St. Ignatius has answered back. It is 3-2.
Completely blind as to whether that went in. Bennett can't tell. I'm sure you're getting a good look up there, Chris.
From this angle, it at least got to the line, and it was resting right up against the post. We're getting a look at it now. That puck deflects, hits a couple of guys in front, then off of the Bennett defenseman Caulfield, rolls to the crease. Oh, that's going to go. That for a second there, it got inside the post. The referee was right in position to look at it, skated up to the net, and he emphatically points at it. So that is a good goal. And that one, it all started with behind the play or behind the net. Luke Vega got that to the slot.
Yeah, that's about the only thing I could see on that play was an absolutely beautiful little touch pass there by Luke Vega.
And that was Chinland was the intended target, no?
By the way, I believe Bennett's now shorthanded. Something happened after that goal. Bennett, Ignatius on a power play here.
Yeah, one of the Red Wings was tied up with St. Ignatius while they were celebrating the goal, and I believe that's going to be a rough that they called at the end of that play.
So just when you thought Bennett might be taking a little bit of control of this game, up 3-1, they give up the goal here and now shorthanded.
3-2 hockey game. The Wolfpack trying to even the score now, as they're on a power play for another 90 seconds. 6:45 left here in the second. Near side, Kasmala. Put it in behind the goal. Centering pass, and that one hit a skate. A loose puck tracked down by Perrault. Put it down low for Ryan. Hacked on goal by Reef. They wrestle for the puck below the goal line, and Bennett able to come away with it. And with some speed is Hallweck now up the ice. Good defense there by Perrault. Did not allow a chance. Now lots of numbers here. A bad change for Bennett. Wolfpack with a chance. Shot it wide. That was Ryan. That looked like the potential to be a 4-on-1 at one point.
That's the classic second period long change, and especially in this Olympic rink, it's that much longer. And it was really slow getting off the bench for Bennett. Something you might expect more from Ignatius, not normally playing on this size rink. Wouldn't expect that from the home team very much.
With speed, Wolfpack move in, but the Bennett defense closes in as Austin Haynes was trying to cut to the middle. Couldn't complete the scoring chance. Final 15 seconds on this Wolfpack power play. And Ventura has to go a little east-west before he moves the puck. And a failed clearing attempt leads to what could be a chance here for the Wolfpack. The penalty is over, but St. Ignatius has possession in the O-zone. Long shot, stick save made by Janis, and it's up into the protective netting and out of play.
Saw Victor Ventura come from the side of the net there just at the last second, sneak right in front of the goal, got the deflection. Obviously deflected too high, but crafty play there by Ventura.
Crafty play indeed, and these players have had to be have been crafty today. The way that the puck is bouncing around in this game, a lot of penalties. It seems like one of those weird nights at the rink.
No doubt about it. I was just thinking the same thing. As much high school hockey is on cover, this is one of the weirder ones so far this year.
It's not your standard Thursday night.
No, sir.
Centering pass goes off the goal stick. Good job to deny that chance by the goaltender, Janis. Back the other way are the Red Wings. Centering pass, or more of like a backhand shot, is gobbled up by Laughlin, and then O'Neill is taken down in front of the net.
The one thing you can tell in this game, Chris, is these teams don't like each other. It is very apparent pretty much after every whistle. They're the two big dogs here in the CCHL. Obviously Providence up there as well. But There's statements wanting to be made both ways. Obviously, we talked earlier about Ignatius winning the Kennedy Cup, being undefeated, wanting to prove that they're in control of the CCHL.
It's been like this since the first couple of minutes of the game,
Absolutely.
too. Like there was no feel-out period in
Nope.
this game. Not whatsoever.
Not with these two teams.
And maybe you come to expect that a little bit as you get into this point of the season. We're into the month of December now, but it just shows you everybody's ready to play. Everybody came to the rink ready to go.
Everybody's got their sea legs, right?
Long shot gets blocked there. Wolfpack come back the other way. Moynihan bumped into by Caulfield, but able to protect the puck. Lots of crashing and banging in behind the Bennett goal. And it's put up the boards, but not out. Moynihan's got it back. Looking for the trailing defenseman, Perot, but the puck is knocked away. So the Wolfpack have to dump it in as they try to complete a change. Now a turnover. DJ Fensel with the puck. Fensel touched it along. Ventura tried to sidestep a hit. Karras taking his man off the puck with a good hit.
Yeah, it really closed off the angle there of Ventura. It's a really good play by Karras.
He's got it again. Sidesteps a check, but he goes offside. That puck momentarily did come outside the zone, much to the protest of St. Ignatius, but we'll have to line up and do it again.
Ventura's doing a demonstration here with the linesman. He clearly didn't like the call. It's been interesting so far. Almost 2 periods in. Talk about times the missing pieces for Ignatius. They're still trying to figure it out a little bit without some of those pieces. It's not just the 2 we've mentioned. It's also Heidecamp's out tonight as well. So
this is going to be another offside play. They'll tag up. And it's not like Bennett's not without a couple of key players as well. It's everybody's dealing with whether it's injuries or illness.
Yeah, the Rosenthal brothers are a big missing piece for sure.
Bouncing puck, and meanwhile behind the play, Janice getting tangled up with Ventura. The catcher comes off of the goalie. The whistle sounds.
I thought it was friendly fire. I thought it was his teammate that got tied up with him. Do we get a replay up there, Chris?
That was Ventura coming across. He might have so Ventura's coming across, trying to get up ice, and I don't think they see each other. I don't know if that was one of those accidentally on purpose things from Ventura coming across the slot there, but as he's doing that.
Was that accidentally on purpose?
Janice slides up.
You had you wrapped up? Yeah. All right.
Look at that. First-hand reporting. Max Anderson, everybody.
All right. Feels like he was pushed into a little bit, wasn't really in control of himself.
Long shot off the power play, off the offensive zone draw. Bennett on the power play now. He did get tangled up with the goaltender who was coming out to the top of his crease, and they called him for goaltender interference, didn't they, Max?
Feels like everything's being called tonight, Chris.
There's a long wrister. Stick save made by Laughlin. I'm not sure if we're going to play much more of this game 5-on-5.
By
the way things are going.
That shot from Heller missed the net by about 6 inches, much closer than it looked like, and I don't know that Laughlin gave it quite the requisite attention he should have.
Either that or he's that good on his angles.
You sound like Wes Anderson.
I'm not a goalie, but I work with playing D. So got to have their back.
I'm sure that's what he'd tell you.
Here's a one-on-one. That was Vega with the shot, but a good stick by Heller. He deflects that up under the netting. We're down to 2:17 remaining here in the second period. A 3-2 lead for the home team, Red Wings.
Just a weird game so far. A lot of weird bounces. We've talked about it. Got to guess more than half this game's been played on special teams one way or the other.
Still a minute and a quarter left on this power play. Here's a chance, shorthanded, and unable to stick a fork in that when the puck was bouncing for Austin Haynes. He never got it on goal. Now Pacheco the other way. Centering pass. O'Neill put it just wide. Bennett keeping possession of the puck in the offensive zone. Now a foot race to a loose puck, and the Wolfpack able to clear it the length.
Laughlin had no idea where that shot went. He thought it might have even been behind him.
Bennett's been doing a nice job of creating a little chaos in front of the crease. Long shot, scooped up with the glove by Laughlin.
It's interesting. The last time we saw this Bennett team was in the rivalry series game against Providence, and that's one thing they struggled with. They weren't able to get much possession. They weren't able to control much in the offensive zone and really set up that chaos in front of Providence's net. And we've seen them do a much, much better job of that here tonight. I don't know if it's home ice, the wide rink. Been the much better looking Bennett team here tonight.
Well, playing at home, it's easy to get up for those games, right? You're excited to play at home in front of your family and friends at your home rink. You got a 12-0 team in front of you, so they definitely brought the focus today. Long shot is steered aside. Final 15 seconds of this power play. Cross-ice feed. Pacheco couldn't settle it. Now tries to take a whack at it, and it rolls on net and covered up.
Yeah, it was kind of awkward. He was like half back skating, half trying to stop, and his body kept moving backwards, and the puck just stood where it was and couldn't quite reach it.
And that was Dusek hacking at that puck, wasn't it?
I wasn't going to call you out for it. I was going to let it slide.
Long wrister. Oh, that deflected wide.
But again, the presence in front of the net, I believe it was Dusek that got that deflection. That's been the recipe right now. That's offside.
Was not aware of where he was on the ice. Or either that or he was just trying to sell that. Sometimes you can sell an offside and keep the play alive, but that one was obvious. So this is coming all the way back down. 1:01 left in the second period. Face off in the Bennett zone. Quinlan able to punch it ahead. Back to neutral ice. Puck skips around at center before the Wolfpack carry it in. Reef pulls up, looking for a trailer, and that pass ended up getting deflected. Ventura with a little head fake, then sends it across. Long wrister, tipped on goal and a save.
Ryan got a piece of that on the way to net. It's a really good save by Janis.
Wolfpack still controlling. Ryan with a shot, that's blocked, but kept in. The shot, another block, that time Heller kneeling with the shin pad. Textbook shot blocked by the defenseman. Now 2-on-1 the other way. Christensen centering, didn't quite get on target.
Almost another crazy bounce over the shoulder of Laughlin and in.
Now back the other way, 1 against 2, 3 seconds left. As Tiernan Ryan unable to get by the defense. The buzzer sounds. And Ryan goes down. I wonder if there's going to be any discussion here about embellishment. Just kind of saw the referee shake his head after there's a little bit of a gathering then, and then Tiernan Ryan just dropped to his knees.
I was blocked by a bunch of guys coming off the bench, but really after two periods, the story for me right now is I think this is the best I've seen Bennett look, no question. They're skating hard. They're taking away time and space from the Ignatius team that most believe is the fastest, most skilled team in the CCHL, but Bennett will take a 3-2 lead into the third period, and they're playing with confidence right now.
Well, the one thing that I'm noticing is when they have the puck in the offensive zone, they're really not letting Laughlin get too many clean looks at the shots, right? They're gumming up the lanes with screens and flybys and just trying to make his life a little bit more difficult because he is a very good goalie. That's what you've got to do against a good goaltender. You're not going to beat him one-on-one. You got to create those screens and those redirects. So you got to make him work. You got to move his eyes. And Bennett, so far, that's how they've been able to score in this game. They've played that to a T. They're taking advantage of some weird situations, and quite frankly, they've been able to create some of those. It's not just that they're getting lucky. They're creating some of these weird bounces and weird chances just from their persistence and their hard work. So we will take a break for the third period, or for the the intermission and come back with the third period. With Max Anderson, I'm Chris Dubiel for J&M Media. It's the Chicago Catholic Hockey League Game of the Week. After 2 periods of play, it is Bennett 3 and St. Ignatius 2. We are back, getting ready for some third period action, and before we do that, we are going to go down rinkside where Max Anderson is with the St. Ignatius head coach Spencer Montgomery. What do you got, Max?
Thanks, Chris. Here with Spencer. Spencer, down 3-2. You guys are undefeated in the CCHL. What do you have to find here in the third period to stay undefeated?
Yeah, we're going to find another gear. The one thing we want to do is possess the puck. We feel like if we have it on this big ice, make them come get it, put pucks in a space that we can go retrieve. It's not a dump. It's a deposit where we're going to go get that puck.
Seems like Bennett's doing a much better job getting traffic in front of Laughlin. Obviously, a couple of those goals just kind of fluky bounces, but on the whole, seems to be a lot of traffic in front of Laughlin. How do you try to protect Laughlin from some of those deflections?
Yeah, we just tell our guys, get back to the house and defend from there. They can get out to their positions. The first priority is to make sure they're not getting shots in the slot.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Chris?
Thanks, Max. Yeah, the house is definitely a key, as Bennett's been able to get in there, right? They're getting to the front of the net. They're causing screens, deflections, sometimes against St. Ignatius' own players. You mentioned the friendly fire. There's been 2 pucks that went off of St. Ignatius defensemen that found the back of the net. So, yeah, if you're the Wolfpack, you got to focus in on defending the front of the net, but maybe not trying to do too much, if that makes sense, where you're not trying to overblock or overextend when your goaltender can actually see that puck and make an easier save.
I ended up not asking the question because Spencer actually acknowledged it, but talking about just playing on the wider surface, and he wanted to talk about really keeping possession more, and that's really what Ignatius has been so good. You figure that favors them on the bigger ice. But I did ask the question, how long does it usually take to get accustomed to this wider Olympic-style ice? And Spencer, all fair, said usually takes a period to get used to it, but we feel like we could take it to our advantage.
Yeah, definitely. And it's interesting you bring up the possession part as we get back underway here in the third. It almost kind of plays like overtime, where you don't want to be careless with the puck because there's so much space out there.
Not how much of the first 2 periods were played on special teams. It's that much more space all over the ice.
All right, we're underway here in the third. Bennett with the 3-2 lead, able to get the puck into deep into the Ignatius zone, but they quickly clear it. It's carried ahead by Tiernan Ryan. Around the defense. Oh, and he couldn't complete the move. He lost his balance as he was chasing after that loose puck. Now he looks to center. Couldn't connect. Burrell pinching, keeps it in. Bennett able to get to the puck and shoot it around the boards opposite side. Duszek long feed is picked off, but then it bounces to the stick of Schlee with a shot and right into the glove of Ethan Laughlin. Schlee looking for the hat trick. He's got 2 goals tonight.
You never like to see that kind of friendly fire there from Ignatius. A couple guys running into each other. I think it was Perot, one of the 2, but
Yeah, they were both going for the loose puck and just collided with each other. That was a tough play, but looking like everybody's no worse for wear after that. Bouncing puck, finally pushed ahead by the Wolfpack. Vega trying to get around to one of the defensemen for the Red Wings, could not. They all hack and whack away with the puck. Finally comes to free to Karras, who gets it out. Red Wings gain the line. More puck battles. And it's cleared back to neutral ice. Christensen couldn't get that puck deep. Taken back here by the Wolfpack. Turnover at neutral ice. Bennett dumps it out. Oh, a punishing hit is made there by Dunley.
Big time hit, and that's one of the fun parts about being down here on the ice, guys. That was right in front of me. You can feel the physicality on that hit.
Another collision there as Bennett goes off sides. Yeah, you can hear the pads pop on that one. Almost like a football collision where you just hear shoulder pads crackling. Face-off will be just outside of the St. Ignatius zone. A couple minutes gone by here in the third period. Bennett still holding that 3-2 lead. They'll dump it in. Kosmala picks up the puck, trying to sidestep a check. Lost the puck. Oh, cleared up the wall this time and bounces out of the zone. Hoover flips it back down the ice. And Kosmala will skate with it. Uses the net to elude a forechecker and then passes it up ice but missed Steinloff.
We've talked a fair bit tonight about some of the missing pieces for Ignatius, but it's certainly one of the advantages that they keep 5 scratches on the varsity roster. So in situations like this.
Now a turnover, chance in front, sprawling to make the save, Janis. As Bennett was just trying to break the puck out of the zone, and I'm not sure what happened there. The puck all of a sudden comes free, and St. Ignatius gets a scoring chance out of it. Oh, Steinloff. He was right at the doorstep, and somehow Janis able to sprawl out and make that stop.
And it looked like Ventura, I think he was pushed, but almost took like a belly flop right on top of Janis at the end of that play. That can't be comfortable for 50 in net.
It looks like he's just going to shake it off. Face off out to his right. Ignatius won the draw, long shot. Blocker save made, paddle down by Janis. Red Wings get it back out to center. You can see Karras, he's made a couple of big hits, tried to lay a big hit on Kosmala there. Kosmala was just able to sidestep that one.
Chris, just to finish the point I was starting to make about Ignatius carrying 5 scratches, so they rotate and they stay fresh throughout the season. So they have a little bit more depth than a lot of teams. Most teams don't carry that many scratches. It's something Spencer Montgomery chose to do, really bolster his team. Felt like with the season and the schedule they were going to play, they were going to need guys, and at this point it's being proven right.
Yeah, you need depth, especially at the highest levels. That's a hand pass. We get a whistle. So the whistle stops play, and it's going to come back into the Bennett zone.
Seemed like a pretty blatant hand pass. I'm not sure why the Red Wings were so indignant that it wasn't.
Well, you're allowed to get it out of the zone, but you can't have it lead to a scoring chance like that.
It led directly to a rush down the ice for the Red Wings. It was pretty textbook there.
Yeah, definitely. So maybe they didn't understand that aspect of it. Here's the draw, won by the Red Wings. They shoot it up the glass. It's held in. Nice keep there, Perreault.
You can see DeWilkins is really trying to leak off that right wing for Bennett. Bring some more offense. I don't think 3 is going to win this game.
Pass across, did not hit the tape. Banked off the wall and out. Could be a chance here now for the Wolfpack. Lannon cuts across. Couldn't get the shot on target. And Bennett clears. This could be an icing, though.
I think he got a deflection right as it left the blue line.
Linesman quick to wave off that icing call. Another long pass. That's deflected into the zone. That'll allow the Wolfpack to complete a change. Both teams just kind of firing the puck around the rink the last couple of moments here.
Yeah, we've gotten a few less whistles, a few less penalties, but maybe a little bit sloppier play to start the third period here.
Here come the Wolfpack up the ice. Another deflected pass. The timing just off there, and another offside whistle.
Just interesting how period to period the identity of the game can change so much. We saw really physical, hard play throughout that entire second period, flying up and down the ice. Here we start the third. And like you mentioned, Chris, a little bit sloppier, not quite the tape passes, and not quite the physical play. Just how quickly a 10-minute break changed the game.
Off the wall, Bennett able to get it as far as center ice. And they'll just dump it back down again. Red Wings doing a good job of denying the line. Finally, the Wolfpack get it in, but a drop pass missed everybody, and Laughlin has to come out to play it from his own zone. Here's a chance. Shot goes off the side of the goal. Wolfpack keep the puck in. Oh, and then it just jumped away from Egan Ryan. He has to dump it back in as he couldn't hold the line.
Not sure why Ryan panicked there. Looked like he was about to be able to keep it in, and for some reason just pulled it to his backhand inexplicably. How we doing, Murph?
Then a long pass from Hoover misses the target, and that's an icing against Bennett. So neither team has managed the puck particularly well here in the first 5+ minutes of this third.
Especially considering Spencer Montgomery's message to us starting this third period was, let's get more possession, right? Let's use this big ice. Let's take control of the game. We have not seen that at all here in the third.
It's almost like they're trying to force passes to the blue line. Long shot is blocked away by Janis. Bennett just tries to fire it off the glass. I believe that was Hoover who got to the loose puck that just tried to bank it out. Now he'll chip it ahead to center. Could be a 2-on-1 developing here for Bennett. Here's Dusick with a shot. Save! Rebound was loose there for a second, but tracking it into his gear was Laughlin.
Seems like to Wilkins across might have been the better play. Dusick ends up taking the shot, just goes right into Laughlin's chest. We mentioned it several times here tonight. Not a guy that's going to give you many rebounds, and even that baby rebound there, he falls right on.
Now there's a little bit of room there. Otherwise, maybe you like to see him
elevate the puck.
Either elevate or shoot for that far pad, give to Wilkins the rebound. Here's a chance for the Wolfpack. Oh, and Janis didn't know where the puck was. This leads to some extended zone time here for the Wolfpack. Centering pass is blocked. Hoover made a good defensive play with his stick and cleared it out.
Jimmy Gracie was in the slot there calling for that deflection. I don't know if you could hear it in the offensive zone there for Ignatius. Banging his stick on the ice right in the middle of the slot. Got the deflection, just missed the net.
Now Bennett trying to answer with a good chance of their own. Thrown towards the slot, deflected through everyone, and chipped off the glass and down. That hit the skate of Karras. Could be a chance here for Ventura. Walks and shoots, and that's right into the glove and held by Janis.
You called out Karras just a couple of minutes ago, but another nice defensive play by him, taking away the angle of Ventura. Well, really the only shot he had there was on Janis in the really top right corner of the goal, and Janis knew that. So Karras was a little bit tied up at the blue line, does a nice job of recovering, cutting off the angle. Gives his goaltender a chance at a pretty easy save.
That was a great job by Karras to jump back into that play. Sometimes you can get a little panicked if the puck hits you and goes right to the attacking player, but did a good job. He didn't panic. He got back into the play and forced a lower percentage shot. Now a dump in from the Red Wings. St. Ignatius goes D to D. Ventura ahead to Steinloff. He'll shoot it in. Puck is knocked to the boards. Held in. Perreault sidesteps a check. Now a battle for the puck along the wall. Another keep. This time Steinloff able to hold it in. Strong on his stick there. Ventura goes back to the point. Ryan with a shot, and a save is made by Janis.
You see the skill, though, of Ventura just to create a little bit of space. Uses his hands, uses his feet, little spin move, creates the space, gets the puck all the way across to Egan Ryan, who takes a shot, traffic in front, Janice swallows it, but seeing the effect of Victor Ventura, they don't have any scores in the top 10. Very balanced scoring for Ignatius. But Ventura, their leading point getter.
Yeah, they got 4 guys in double-digit points. Almost everyone on the roster has a goal, so speaks to your point about spreading the wealth around. But, yeah, just a player like Ventura to make a shifty play, just to open some space up for himself and his teammates, it's key, especially when a team is playing as well defensively as Bennett has been.
Well, Bennett bench was barking for a penalty there on Tiernan Ryan.
Yeah, he knocked Hoover down to the ice. But we play on here.
It's one guy we haven't talked a whole lot about tonight. Usually when we do a Bennett games, Ignatius Hoover is one of the guys we talk about the most. Hasn't done a whole lot to this point.
Made a lot of good key defensive plays, though. I will say that. He's had good stick positioning, has not allowed a lot on his side of the ice.
Usually a guy we see jump up in the offensive play a lot, and that's not something we've seen much of tonight. But you're right, absolutely defensively he's always solid. Just normally sees Ignatius Hoover jump up in the offense more.
If you're only going to have one side of your game going, usually the coach wants that side of your game going.
You've got the letter D next to your name on the scorecard. Better do that part first and well before you think about the other part.
They have a draw inside the Bennett zone after that glove save and hold by William Janis. We saw a lot of calls, and now we've got some collisions. Maybe you could question whether or not there could be a couple penalties called. Do you feel like the officials are letting them play a little bit more now?
I think certainly the first 4 or 5 minutes of the period, you talked about it extensively, Chris. It was just kind of all over the ice, sloppy, passes missing everybody. So there weren't really many opportunities. Really the only one I thought might be a penalty was in the corner against Tiernan Ryan, and Bennett's bench certainly thought there should have been one. Other than that, I don't know that I've detected much in terms of a change in the calls, just not as many hits.
Nice job by Dusick on the forecheck, creating a turnover. Long shot, a stick save by Laughlin.
Again, Dusick just kind of sneaking in from the side of the net there. Stick in the shooting lane, deflected wide, but we've seen Bennett try to do that frequently.
Now the puck in the Bennett zone. DJ Fensel with the puck, trying to get by Caulfield. Squeezes through a check. His team keeps possession of the puck. Behind the play, a big hit as that's Lannon down on the ice. He's back to his skate to rejoin the play. Fensel carries back into the offensive zone. Lannon with a shot that's blocked away. Bennett able to get as far as neutral ice with that puck, but the Wolfpack regrouping with it. It looked like it was supposed to be a chip into the zone, but they didn't get it very deep. And now a takeaway. Wolfpack get it right back. Chance in front. Oh, that's deflected high above the net. 7 minutes to go here in the third period. Bennett holding on to a 3-2 lead against 12-0 in the Catholic League, St. Ignatius. Long shot steered away.
It's going to feel like the longest 7 minutes for Bennett. They would love nothing more than to end the Ignatius undefeated season.
The Wolfpack putting on a little bit of pressure here midway through the third. Could be a chance here. Steinloff walking in, put it in front. Reaching for it is Ventura. He couldn't get it by the pads.
He was desperately trying to pull that to his forehand, where he would have definitely had Janis beat. Fortunately, Janis was able to fall on that puck just in time not to let that forehand chance for Ventura materialize.
Yeah, good job there by Janis. You see him squeeze the pads, stay with that puck all the way. Ventura reaching in, trying to poke it through, but not that time. Off the draw, Wolfpack have it again. Feels like they've been good on the draw all night long. Don't have the numbers, but just from a feel perspective, we're going to have a hand pass, and whistle stops play.
It's one of the things that, if I had my wish, I'd love to pay someone every game to be able to draw face-offs, because it really does help tell a story, especially with how important possession is on this big sheet of ice. If if you can dominate the face-off draw, even more so on this Olympic rink, you're in really good shape.
And especially in a game like we've seen tonight where there is a lot of special teams and odd man situations, the possession becomes that much more important. We see Ignatius get right back into the offensive zone once again. Centering pass, here's the shot, it's blocked. Bennett able to lift it out, could be a breakaway, way out to play it as Laughlin. No scoring chance there for Dusick.
Game's starting to open up here a little bit.
Wolfpack go back to work in the offensive zone, looking for the tying goal. Cross-ice pass did not connect. Hustling back for it is Jimmy Gracie. Guzmala's pass is deflected. Picked up here by Charlie Reef. Backhands it in behind the goal to the far side. Vegas bumped, but got some puck support there. A centering pass, rolls back to the point. Guzmala sends it across. Puck is bouncing around. Bennett able to get it out. Here's Terza with a shot. Off the blocker, rebound chance, poke towards the goal, and they can't get it by Laughlin.
That's the one thing I've complimented Laughlin on about 100 times tonight in the last couple games is his rebound control. That was about as bad as they come in the net for 50. He got away with it.
Yeah, that puck just kind of laid there for a moment, but Laughlin able to find it, got a little help from his defense as well. Now here's Vega the other way for St. Ignatius trying to center. Good play by Caulfield to block the pass, but it's not out. Here's a shot, save, Janis, loose puck. They try to force it to the middle again. Now out to the point, we got a whistle stopping play. Looks like the net's off.
Really good effort play on the point. St. Ignatius was in a change, able to keep that play alive. It was Dunley at the point. Led to another chance for Ignatius. That type of hustle off the bench. They want to tie this game. They do not want to give up that undefeated mark to the Wolfpack.
Off the draw. They battle for the puck along the boards. Wolfpack can hold it in. Now out to the point. Perot gets a deep, sharp angle shot. Not sure that ever got to the net. And Bennett able to clear. It's going to roll the length of the ice, and that will be an icing whistle against the Red Wings.
St. Ignatius really controlled this period. I think Laughlin's maybe had 2-3 shots at the most in on him. Down to my right, your left. All the action's been down here to our left, and Janis just continues to be a rock in net. He's got to have upwards of 10 to 15 saves in the period alone.
Well, we heard Spencer Montgomery say that his team was going to find another gear in the third, and so far that has been true. They've possessed the puck a lot. They're just still looking for that tying goal. Another icing against Bennett.
Of course, no restrictions for line changes in icing in high school hockey, and when you get to the latter part of these third periods, you start to take a lot more of them, especially if you're Bennett, just desperate to keep this Ignatius team up from tying the game.
Face off once again in their zone. And they're able to win the draw, but put it off the glass, not out. Good keep Perot. And across the rink, a loose puck is whacked up the boards, but that didn't get out. This time it will. Oh, and a long pass just missed to Wilkins. Otherwise, he would have had some space.
Yeah, to Wilkins. Turns his head to the sky. He knows he almost had a breakaway opportunity. Could have iced this game with 3:45 to go.
Could be a long 3:45 though if Bennett keeps icing the puck the way they've been doing the last couple of minutes.
3 of them in the last 40 seconds or so.
Now Heller puts it up the boards. This won't get out. Guzmala with the keep. Now Reef down low, shot, one-timer from the slot, and a big save.
Oh, big-time save from Janis, and Ventura looked well set up in the slot. Didn't get a whole lot on that shot. Thought he could have taken just a half a beat to settle the puck. What have you seen up there, Chris?
It was a hard low shot along the ice, and I don't think Janis got a good read on that shot, but it was positioning that made that save for him. Had the pad sealed to the ice. We could have a chance now here for Dusek. Walking in, he shoots, and a glove save is made by Laughlin. Big stop to keep this a one-goal game.
Big time stuff there from Laughlin. The puck the entire way down on that almost half-ice breakaway from Dusek could not find a level. Dusek with still a really good shot and a phenomenal glove save there from Laughlin. That's as good as it gets right there.
Snared it with the glove.
Remember that save if Ignatius finds a way to come back and win this game.
Put towards the goal. Laughlin again with the glove. Grabs it and holds. Starting to get late. 3:14 to go here in the third period. A 3-2 hockey game. Bennett holding on to the lead. Off the draw. St. Ignatius this time will fire it all the way down. This is going to go for an icing.
I hope you brought a sleeping bag here, Chris. We might be here all night. That's about, in the last 90 seconds, I think we've had 6 icings.
That's it's definitely a lot of back and forth, kind of stops, fits and starts action to this game.
You can just tell, though, I mean, sometimes you get to a mid-December game, even a one-goal game, you get in the middle of the season and you want to get out of here. You could tell both these teams are doing everything they possibly can. I mean, that's what happens when the game kind of grinds to a halt like this. Just both teams don't want to make that critical mistake.
Yeah, you got two focused teams that are almost they're playing to a gridlock almost.
Neither team wants to give up any space.
Wolfpack able to chip it out. They've got numbers and speed into the zone. Here's the shot. It's blocked. Follow-up try. Deflects up into the netting and out of play once again.
And I feel like after I said I hadn't said Xandis Hoover all night long, he makes one of the best defensive plays of the game. It's a little bit awkward rush up the ice from Jimmy, but eventually Dunley had a little bit of space and Hoover just suffocated him, had that deflection. Eventually the follow-up chance ended up into the net.
Good defensive effort, reaching with the stick to deny that shot. Got to help your goalie out when you can. Another face-off win here for the Wolfpack. Pass across. Here's the shot. Oh, that deflected wide.
Yeah, Ryan got a piece of it on the way to net.
And now Bennett able to clear. Laughlin comes out to play that puck. Oh, and it hits O'Neill, but he didn't see where it went right away. There's a lot of mustard on that one, but O'Neill's going to take the puck away. O'Neill one against a few. Puck comes free as O'Neill is buried with a big hit. Back they go the other way. Ventura. He's shoved by Hudson Schlee. Now a group of players all converge on the puck. Bennett's going to come away with it. A good recovery there by Kazmala allows Perreault to take the puck up ice. He walks, shoots, and that's right into the chest of Janis, who will hold.
Just about to make the comment of how aggressive we've seen Spencer Montgomery with pulling his netminder. Now he's going to take a timeout here with 1:58. He's got an offensive zone draw coming. He's got his top line out there, so he's going to take a timeout here, hopefully double shift those guys. I'm going to walk over there and see what I can hear.
A timeout for the Wolfpack here. 1:58 to go on the clock here in the third period. St. Ignatius really pressing for that tying goal. They've had a lot of possession here in the third period, and they just have not been able to solve the wings or William Janis, who's been making a ton of key saves for the home team here in the third. Bennett's had a couple of their chances counterattacking in this third period, but for the most part, the Wolfpack have had the puck in the offensive zone, and they're really pushing for this tying goal with just under 2 minutes to go. We've got a pair of goals from Hudson Schlee is the difference right now, his 10th and 11th of the CCHL season. Have Bennett in front 3-2. Quinlan's got the other one, which was a shorty, his third of the season. And as far as things go for the Wolfpack, Reef with the shorty.
So 6 attackers here. They're going to work to try to tie up this draw and kick it back to the point. Cleanly win it.
Face-off win here for Ignatius. Now they battle for the puck in behind. Out to the point, one-timer, blocker save. That one had a lot on it. A high, hard slapper, and it was blockered away.
Peralt with about as much power as anybody in the CCHL with that one-timer. Deflected on its way to net up into the netting, but you see the power of 34 in white.
Yeah, good quick reaction there.
Oh, that missed the net by about 3 inches.
Oh. Ignatius keeps the puck in again. This time it just gets out of the zone. Jack Peralt can keep that in. Gives to Reef, and now Kosmala. Trying to get around a couple. Kosmala to the line.
Doing a cone drill,
rolled
weaving
away
through the
from
defense.
him. Now put towards the goal by Ventura. Now scooped up Tiernan Ryan. Down low, Ventura trying to center. Didn't connect. Kept in. Wrist shot, blocker save. Kept in again, Kosmala. Ignatius doing a good job moving around, but finally it gets out. This is going to roll all the way down. No icing. Down to 42 seconds left. St. Ignatius with the perfect CCHL record on the line. Down to the final 30. Bennett clears the zone again.
Huge break as that puck hit the linesman. Ignatius is going to save about 15 seconds.
Here comes Kosmala. He's hooked. No call. He wanted it. And Bennett clears it again. Down to 15 seconds. They're going to have to hurry now. Tiernan Ryan lost it. The shot towards the empty net just missed. But we're down to 6. Ryan up ice. Finds Perot, bumped off the puck by Karras, who clears, and that'll do it. The Bennett Red Wings have a 3-2 victory, and they hand St. Ignatius their first CCHL loss of the season. We saw a lot of funky plays, and Bennett able to hang on and win this one.
Just a complete effort on the Bennett Red Wings side. Really competed all night long. And tonight, I'll tell you what, if you would have told me one of these teams was undefeated and one of these teams had 5 losses, I don't know that I would have been able to tell you which was which. Really even, hard-fought game here tonight at Seven Bridges Ice Arena.
No doubt about it. They grinded this one out. Bennett did everything they needed to do to get this big victory over St. Ignatius, and it was not an easy one. The Wolfpack, while they were down, they threw everything they had at Bennett here in the third period. They possessed the puck for most of that 17 minutes, it felt like.
Yeah, you could tell the push was on from Ignatius, and they controlled, like you said, most of the period. And I think I made a comment about 4 minutes left, just how much we'd been playing down Bennett. But Janice was outstanding tonight and was that backbone. This is what the type of game that John Grisbeck's been talking about with his young team, trying to turn a corner. He's been waiting for it to happen. You wonder what a win like this can do for his team.
Has to be huge. Like any time you knock off a first place team in the middle of the year, that's a lot of wind in your sails. And Bennett's a good team. They're just trying to get onto a roll and find their groove, as we heard their coaches say before the game. So it's a huge step in that right direction.
So we're going to get a little father-son connection here. We're going to talk to assistant coach Andrew Schlee first. Andrew, you knock off the big dogs, the undefeated Wolfpack here tonight on home ice. You talked before the game about looking for a turning point with this team, with this young team. What did you see out there tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we finally got a little bit more disciplined. Wasn't great. Got the tone and played disciplined hockey, and the guys fed off of it.
You get a big win here. You're entering the holiday season, the second half of the season. Obviously, you can't say enough about how good Will Janis was in net. You've said it to me before. The importance he is for your team is that senior backstop. What did you see tonight?
Yeah, he played great tonight. He's definitely one of the top goaltenders in the state. We rely on him to keep us in big games, and he sure did that today.
Absolutely. We're going to go talk to your son who had a couple of goals here tonight. Big 2-goal scorer, big night. Obviously, the first goal, kind of a fluky bounce, but that second goal, the breakaway. When you have that much time on a breakaway, does it give you a chance to think about what you want to do in on that?
Not really. I just kind of do what comes to mind and just don't really think and see what's open, and I'll put in the open net.
You guys were able to knock out St. Ignatius from their undefeated season. Obviously a rivalry that you guys are developing over the last couple of years, the Kennedy Cup, the undefeated team. What's it like to knock off that undefeated bunch?
Oh man, it feels great. I mean, we've been kind of in a slump for these past days, and to get this win is really huge for us. I think we can turn it around right now.
Young team, obviously Janice we talked about as the backstop, coming along through the season. What's it like with this group of 10 sophomores and freshmen trying to come through this season, really build?
Oh, it's really great. I mean, we all got a lot of grit and a lot of will to win, and being young, it's a lot of learning right now, and I think as we go on, we'll only get better.
Well, thank you very much. Congratulations on the big win. We'll see you down the line. Chris?
Thanks, Max. Yep, that's Hudson Schlee with a pair of goals tonight, his 10th and 11th of the CCHL season. Proved to be the difference. Bennett Red Wings, a 3-2 victory over St. Ignatius, who is now 12-1 in the CCHL. Bennett improves to 8-4-1 in the CCHL after tonight's game. We want to thank everybody for tuning in today. The CCHL Game of the Week here on J&M Media, thanks to our technical director, Jimmy Olson. Once again, for Max Anderson, who was ringside all night long, I am Chris Dubiel, hoping you have a great night, and we'll see you next time here at the rink.